What is up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Locks, presented by Scores and Odds. If you haven't signed up for it already, you're just making bad life choices. Just go on over to scoresandodds.com, get signed up. You get access to all the picks from me, from Meansy, from Daniel Chevelson, from all the greats over at RG, plus this nice little prop shopping tool where you can see exactly what RG projections have for every player, from three-pointers, points, rebounds, assists, all the great prop bets that you want, and where the best line is on each individual site. So you can even find arbitrage in situations. So go get signed up. Plus, you get access to Grant's Action Lounge, where you can see exactly what I'm betting every day. Just look at the pinned tweet, and boom, those are all my bets for the day here. All the bets that are on this live block show, you can get in on them before the odds move and get to making money. I've got a lot of bets today. So I got my friend Daniel Chevelson on the show. How you doing there, Daniel Chevelson?
I'm doing all right. I feel a little weird because you asked me pre-show randomly if I've ever seen you in a hat, and I was like, well, I got a beanie right here, and that's why I'm rocking the old UCF beanie. And it works out perfectly because I need a haircut, and my hair is it's out of control. It's completely ridiculous. But that would require leaving the house.
More ridiculous than this.
Hold on a second. I'm going to see that and raise it. Let's see. I'm going to pull up your image now. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, yours doesn't seem ridiculous at all. Yours is like an inch long.
Oh no, there's a lot going on there.
You look like what? I feel like it's from some Disney show. Max from some Disney show.
I'm not helpful because you know me. I don't watch Disney shows, so I have no. I don't
Max
know. Max
Keebler's big move.
Oh, he's good on the Mavericks too.
Yeah.
I don't know who Max Keebler is. Good 3-point shooter.
Yeah, you kind of look like this kid.
Oh, you're insulting this kid.
Yeah. That better with your mustache?
That's what I look like.
I feel like, when was that movie? That was a 2001 film. All right, that makes sense. I was watching it. I was like 12 years old.
What were you watching?
Max Keebler's Big Move. It was back in 2001.
Fair enough.
So I'm like, why would I watch that? I'm like, oh, I was 12 years old. That makes sense.
Yes, you should be asking the same questions for all the stuff like Moana.
No, that makes entire sense. Like, it's just fantastic. Max Keebler's Big Move is not a good movie. It's not like Richie Rich. That's a great movie.
There is no way Macaulay Culkin's Richie Rich is good. I refuse to believe that.
Well, let's see. What do you think it got on Rotten Tomato?
I bet the critics gave it less than 50%.
I would not be surprised by that.
But it's probably like
26%, audience 32. Okay.
Oh, that
nostalgia may be taking over on
there
that.
You go. I know he had his own McDonald's in his house. That's the one thing I remember about that movie. Because he's rich, you see.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, you said you had a lot of bets, Grant. So I suppose we should get to your bets. This is it's not, in my understanding, a movie evaluation show.
Yeah, FYI, guys, to get into Grant's Action Lounge, go to scoresandodds.com/Discord. Bets I made yesterday, these Phoenix bets, it was when New Orleans was for some reason a favorite. So I just hit the outline for whatever they would let me get. So those probably are no longer good.
Let's hedge.
No, why would I hedge? I still think Phoenix wins. I'm not just going to give up money.
Man. You can get to,
I can. If the New Orleans lines was a good line, then I'd probably do that, but it's not a good line. What's it sitting at right now? Like, I think Phoenix is still way better than them. Yeah, it's saying at +2. It'd have to move to like +4 for me to take the Pelicans.
Is Scott Foster reffing this game? Do we know?
I have no idea. I don't get that reference.
Okay, so Scott Foster is a referee in the NBA. And he is 14-0 versus Chris Paul. Like, if you're going to say the game,
that guy.
But I have so many thoughts in this. I shouldn't go down the rabbit hole. But it's the NBA loves it because they could so easily just like not put Scott Foster in Chris Paul games. It's really easy to avoid that. But they embrace it. It's like, let's have some fun and just have the conspiracy theorists have a good time with it. I don't know if it's real or not. I have no idea if Chris Paul kicked Scott Foster's dog or something, but. It's just sort of a weird sort of thing that just it's out there. People think it's real, and then the NBA just kind of feeds into it. Let's throw Scott Foster there. Why not? Just for fun.
Yeah.
$100 reference to pick from.
Let's get into some bets I actually made today. They're still the lines that I bet them at. So I got a lot of Alex Caruso bets. Alex Caruso over 1.5 turnovers. He's playing like 37 minutes. Got the ball in his hand a decent amount. Only had one last game, 0 in the game before. I'm not buying into that. I mean, with this many minutes, over 1.5 at plus 150 is just a bad line to me. You with me?
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I'll be clear. I have not dug into it. Like that's something I dug into, but he is absolutely gonna have the ball in his hands, and it's a ton. He's been an integral part of that team. So yeah, I like it. I think that's a good bet.
Dean, you're on my side one time. Let's see if we can get him another time. Alex Caruso over 4.5 assists, sitting at plus 110. Dude had 10 in the last one.
Yeah, I like that as well.
All right, Dean 2 for 2. Let's see if we can get 3 for 3. Caruso over 1.5 3-pointers. 3 of 7, or 3 of 7 in the last game.
He's not a great 3-point shooter. They'll give him open threes though. Like they basically let him take open 3.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying he's great, but if he's going to make 5 to 7 shots a game, getting at plus 135, I'll take that.
And also, Milwaukee is the team that yields a ton of threes. So yeah, sure, I'm okay with that.
True that. All right. We got Daniel on my side.
We don't disagree. This is weird. Yeah.
All right. What about this one? Jonas Valanciunas over 0.5 3-pointers made.
I have not put any thought into that one, to be honest.
Let me preface this. Plus 210. His attempts over the last 4 games. 2, 1, 2, 1. So getting 1.5 3-point attempts a game. He's a 36% 3-point shooter.
Capable.
Yeah. He's average. So if I'm getting 1.5, getting it plus 210, like I wouldn't take it at plus 130, but plus 210.
He's got to make 1 or 2. I'm sorry.
1.
He's got to make 1, like more than a half at plus 210. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, Daniel on the board. Let's see if he agrees with this one.
I don't know if I'm pushing you or not, but I do agree with you.
I'm probably going to lose all my money.
I think you're on it.
Jimmy Butler, under 4.5 assists, averages 5.5 on the season. He's got 5 and 4 in the last 2. He's got under 5 and 5 in the last 10. I just think getting it plus 126, too good of odds. It should be minus 110 at 4.5.
I don't have a take, but okay.
All right. Moving on to the next one. Brandon Ingram, over 5.5 assists. Ingram, he's been good. He's been super good in these playoffs and playing game. Assist 9, 4, 6, 5. I'm getting it at what is it? Plus 105. I think it's over a 50% chance of hitting. So getting it plus odds, solid overall line.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. My research today has been like 90% baseball. So.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm going through these quickly just to see if you have any ones you're against me. Trae Young over 2.5 3-pointers. I mean, Trae's going to be chucking.
He's going to be chucking. And Miami a good defensive team, but Miami also a team that will yield. They will yield some threes.
Yeah, 10, 7, 10 3-point attempts in the last 3 games. I mean, over 2.5, even at minus 140. I'm on. Kevin Huerter over 1.5 blocks plus steals, getting it plus 140. You probably have no take on that, even though you love Red Velvet.
I mean, I love the nickname is incredible. Like that's a top 5 nickname in the league right now, is it not?
I mean, it's not as good as Matt Bonner, Red Rocket.
Some people would say that's a different thing, right? Is it the rifle or the rocket? I never get it right. Which one is one?
Red Rifle is Andy Dalton.
Okay, but isn't like I think one of them also means something totally different in non-sport.
Red Rocket is referring to dog dick.
I think there's another. Then we should start off that. Yeah, those are you hitting the Google right now? Those are all good nicknames. I'm trying to think of AK-47, Andre Karolinko, number 44.
Yeah, that was solid.
Yeah.
Gotham's Reckoning, Desmond Bain.
What's his nickname?
Gotham's Reckoning. What is his nickname?
You're making that up, right? That's not a real. I mean, that's fine, I guess. Like, there's something to work with that. And we were talking about this pre-show. Like Bain has been your favorite player all season long, and Charles Barkley last night was on TNT saying, "This is my new guy. This is my number one favorite." I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said, "This is one of my favorite players in the league." How do you feel about that? Barkley's jumping on your bandwagon.
I mean, he's talking about banging on the show all the time yesterday.
Banging and Bain was basically the show.
You got if they're on top of you and banging you, then you got to turn them around. Though that's a direct quote from Charles Barkley.
Shaq turning into like an 8-year-old boy was like the funniest thing just to sort of watch him. He couldn't help himself.
Oh gosh, Desmond Bain. You know what his nickname is?
I don't think it's that popular, but what is it?
The Block Panther.
The block? Is he? He's not even known for blocks, though, is he? Like,
no.
I mean, I think I get the pun, but like, I don't think.
Yeah, I get the pun. It's just that's not a good nickname.
I feel like that's a good nickname that should go to somebody else.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Somebody else that's really good at blocks.
DeAndre Ayton, I don't know.
Triple J, his teammates.
Oh yeah, he should be the Block Panther.
I don't know.
Oh, that actually is Triple J's nickname.
Oh, well, you're confusing them. Now that works. I like that. Why have I never heard that before?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Bane has to have some nickname related to.
It's got to be a Batman nickname.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. My other bet, I think the last one, or I have two more. Nikola Vucevic. I don't know why I can never pronounce his name. Vuce. Over 2.5 3-pointers. He had 8 attempts in the last game, 10 in the one before. He's chucking.
They're giving that shot. Like he can take that shot. And like he's not amazing at threes, but he's capable. He's like Valanciunas, capable of hitting threes, a willing shooter. And they're almost, I don't want to say they're happy to do so, but like that's something that Milwaukee is okay giving up. So yeah, I like that. He's going to have his opportunities.
Yeah. Plus I got it plus 150. Should have led with that. And then the last one, Zach LaVine over 2.5 turnovers. Got it plus 120. I mean, that's to me, like that's a 50-50 bet, if not better. 4-3 in the last 2 games. He's got hit over 2.5 at like a 50% clip this season when he's been full bore. I think that's just a bad line.
Yeah, I got nothing on it. I'm sure I assume you're on it, but I got nothing.
All right, to the bases balls. First, I'm going to start off with some alt spreads. These are not the normal run lines. These are the alternate run lines.
I love the alt stuff. When you hit it, you can have a great time, man.
Yeah. So Cleveland is currently dog. What's the odds on Cleveland? Just straight up money line going up against the Yankees.
It's funny because I like the other side of this one. Like,
you like the Yankees?
Well, I think that stop me if you heard this before, but I think the Yankees are going to bang out some homers. They're facing Eli Morgan. Eli Morgan, since last year, 95 innings sample size, gives up 50% fly balls. That is a lot of fly balls. 2 homers per 9. I'm rounding up. It's 1.98. That's a lot of home runs. And there's not even all those fly balls. That's not even like goofiness as far as home in the fly ball rate. That's 14.8%, which is not a big number. That's probably around league average.
Yeah. So my main thing with that is he's not that bad versus righties. Like he's really he can give up some bombs, but he's not that bad versus righties. It's moderate weather in Yankee Stadium. Like Gallo is just hot garbage right now. So we're going to have 3 lefties most likely in the lineup. We're going to have Hicks, Rizzo, Gallo. Hicks has been hot garbage.
Do you think Gallo's just never going to homer again?
I think he will, but I don't think it just is going to all of a sudden click one day.
At some point, it's got to turn on progressively, or in a game where he hits 2 homers. I'm checking his StatCast stuff right now. I'm curious how bad he is as far as hitting the ball hard, Gallo, because maybe he's just getting unlucky. I know he's missing the ball. In order to get the data, his exit velocity stuff is at 40 percentile, which isn't terrible, but not great. 57% as far as the hard hit stuff. Max exit velocity, that's like 1 hit. He hit the ball at least not at a 95 percentile, and he is barreling the ball at 94%. So again, the key to him is to first hit the ball. If he doesn't hit it, it doesn't matter. What is his barrel percent in the season? Yeah, 19%. He's barreling it when he hits it at a good rate.
I got Yankees, obviously not a huge sample size, but it's roughly 9 times 35 is 300 plate appearances. The Yankees Iso versus righties right now, 114.
Yeah,
Woba, 274.
You're talking the first 2-3 weeks of the season where it's been miserable weather everywhere, and I'm pretty sure they've been a part of all the miserable weather.
Oh, let's check out Cleveland on the other side. 191 ISO, 326 Woba, and they've been playing in Cleveland.
I mean, look, I tend to not freak out over 2 or 3 week samples.
I don't freak out, but I'm getting Cleveland -1 at plus 260. It's not -1.5, -1. Like Fox Bet just had a bad line.
Okay, so if they lose by 1, you push?
Yep. If they win by 1, I push.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I gotcha. Okay. I mean, look, when you get that big a number in baseball, because any baseball team could lose any baseball team on a given day and whatever. So the numbers rarely are tremendously skewed. You don't have like monster 4-1 favorites. So okay, I guess, but I think like again, stop me if you heard before, but I think Judge is a good homer spot today versus Eli Morgan. I don't know what Gallo's homer number was. I meant to check this out pre-show, but like Gallo and Rizzo should homer. Not should. That's stupid to say. Nobody should homer. Like the odds are always against homering. But
I mean, if you're in Coors going up against James Shield,
nope, you still the most likely scenario is you get out. If it's 51% or whatever, but it's the
if I'm pitching the ball in Coors Field.
Oh well, now you're taking this to a ludicrous example. You're not a major league arm.
Gallo plus 270 to homer on CBS.
I hate that. Yeah, like what's
plus
that?
420 on FanDuel.
Okay, interesting. Wow. I guess
that's not a bad line. I'm not hitting that.
If you want, it's not crazy. And Morgan, is not this great case of 21.6% case. It's not like Zach Greinke.
He's solid versus righties. Again, that's kind of my point. Is he's got 26% K rate going up against righties.
Gallo's a lefty.
Yeah, I know that. But my main point for Cleveland -1. Let's move on to one that you might not like either. I got Atlanta -2.5 runs going up against the Braves. Wright versus Rogers. I mean, Rogers is a solid overall pitcher, but the Braves are good. The Braves are very good. They have a lot of righty power. Like Albies solid. Albies solid from the right side of the plate. Olsen just solid. Doesn't matter who he's facing. Riley, Ozuna, Duvall, D'Arnaud, Swant. They got a lot of good righties. And Rogers is still a good pitcher, but -2.5. I got it at plus 230. I think that's solid.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think that Wright is going to have a nice game tonight for Atlanta. He's obviously been spectacular so far this season. The Marlins finally, it took them like 3 weeks to figure it out that maybe they should start Jazz at the top of the lineup.
Yeah. And he hits a bomb last night. I saw that. I'm like, Daniel's going to be happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane what the Marlins are doing. They were hitting this guy 9th earlier at points over in the season. I don't understand what's going on there. That's not a reason why you can't bet Atlanta, obviously. But did you happen to see the home run that Jazz hit? It was really interesting. It was like an 0-2 count. And like he was kind of like chilling outside the box, like, straightening out his arms or something like that, or his gloves. And the umpire was like, get in the box, yelling at him to get in the box. They were trying to quick pitch him. And they didn't do it in time. And then they all of a sudden let him like readjust, wwhatever. And then he banged out a homer. And then he did his Euro step when he crosses the plate at home, which is amazing. And then somebody on Twitter said like, the MLB tweeted out or something like that. And somebody on Twitter said like, oh, beam him next time or whatever. Like, stupid old school baseball rules. And Jazz had a fun little retort for him. He actually chimed in. And I like Jazz Chisholm. He's like one of my favorite he's just fun, man. Like, baseball can be fun. It's crazy, but it can. It can be fun. Yeah, I like the Atlanta side. Rogers is a good arm, like you said.
Drill your mama.
Did you find it? Yeah, he's good. I like Jazz. And by the way, in retrospect, I guess I was wrong. About that. I mean, when that trade first happened, like 2-3 years ago, whatever it was, I thought it was a very odd trade by the Marlins. Like, nope, the Jazz was traded straight up to Arizona for
Gallen.
Yeah, for Gallen. And like you couldn't predict the Gallen arm issues, obviously, but that's how pitchers go sometimes. But
I think it was more the fact that like the Marlins had so many pitchers. But let's move on to my next bet.
Yeah, so Rogers is a good pitcher. It's been scuffling so far this year, for what it's worth. And yeah, I like Atlanta. I can certainly see. Preferably you want to be on the road for such bets, obviously. But maybe you get a walk-off 3-0 homer in the ninth as well. But yeah, I think it's pretty good odds. So I like that side.
Yeah. So this one you might be on different side. Toronto -1.5. So Houston obviously the favorite. Toronto -1.5, getting it at +240. We don't know. Like Verlander has been solid so far this season.
He looks legit.
Yeah, he looks good. But I mean, we don't know what Houston lineup we're going to end up getting. I mean, Bregman should be in there. Alvarez should be in there. Brantley. But I don't. Is Altuve still out, right?
Altuve's on the IL, and Springer did pinch hit yesterday, so I presume he's going to come back to the start lineup tonight for what it's worth.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm getting the drastically better lineup, like drastically.
I wouldn't say drastically.
Without Altuve,
Toronto pretty quickly too.
Huh?
Houston. Brantley's a good hitter. Like he's annoying for DFS and whatever, but he's a good hitter. I think he was one of the better. I don't remember who remembers who leads the batting average these days. I feel like he would have been like close to the batting title last year. Maybe I'm making that up. But Brantley, Bregman, Alvarez, Tucker, Pena, looks really good so far. Like that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But Springer, Bichette, Vlad, Gurriel, Chapman.
Yeah. I mean, and then the rest is pretty meh.
The rest is pretty meh on both sides.
Yeah, I mean Maldonado's not a hitter. Gurriel's overrated, I would say, and he's like old. He's like 38 or something like that. And he's
really
Gurriel's like 38. Yeah, you wouldn't think so. Oh, the Gurriel brothers are playing against each other. Narrative Street.
Yeah, which Gurriel are you talking about?
Uliski. I think
Okay.
he's like 37, 38 years old.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, he's
I wasn't talking about Lourdes, if that's your thinking.
Yeah, no, I'm like, no way that Lourdes is. Yeah, no, Gurriel, Yuli is 37.
37 years old.
Yeah, he's past his days.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, like plus 240 getting the Toronto 1.5 run line. I mean, one thing that Verlander does is give up bombs. It's in Houston, so it's indoor. So Toronto can hit the ball at the ballpark. Right? I mean, Stripling's not great.
Yeah.
But he mostly struggles to righties, like not having Altuve in there. Big, because I mean now the only great righty bat is Bregman. Like he's going up against Brantley, Alvarez, Tucker. Like he
Alvarez
actually
smashes anybody, for the record, by the way.
Oh yes, he smashes everyone, but it's going to be harder for him. Like Stripling's still a good pitcher versus lefties. Like he'd rather face Alvarez, who still smashes everybody, than face Altuve, just because he doesn't have a very good slider, so he doesn't have an out pitch going up against
you're saying
righties.
Stripling is a reverse splits pitcher? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah.
I'm checking to see what Cardi says. He always puts like a nice little label. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm curious because Cardi will take sometimes they're even against like what the numbers like not under the hood, like above the hood, I guess you can say. What he has Stripling as a large reverse. There you go. So you're on top of it.
Yeah.
And he must have a breaker.
I generally know, like, so Cardi basically goes off for the most part. Just it's pitch type. It's pitch type and arm angle that matter for reverse splits. Stripling is a changeup curveball guy. Both big reverse splits pitchers, or big reverse split pitches, like that and a splitter are like the biggest ones. Like a massive fastball slider guy is going to be extreme splits. Like slider is a huge out pitch for a righty.
You got the Crawford boxes, by the way, that are really short down the left field line. They're right on right. So, I mean, that's not good for Stripling, I don't think. Bregman.
Again,
you want a home run pick? Here's a home run pick. Bregman. What is Bregman's odds tonight? He's banging one out.
Bregman is sitting at plus 430 over on Caesars.
Consider Alex Bregman.
You know who I actually have?
Jordan.
Yep.
But that goes against everything you're saying.
It still doesn't matter. It's Jordan.
Yeah, he doesn't.
That guy mashes. Like, even though Stripling can strike out lefties, he still gives up hard contact and fly balls to lefties. And I mean, Jordan just mashes.
Yeah, Stripling ISO to the righties is 250, which is a monster number, and ISO to lefties is 197, which is also a pretty big number. So, yeah, he gives up too many homers. I'm trying to see what his homer per 9 is the last. Let's see, 1.93. That's a lot. He gives up basically 2 homers per 9. Yeah, I'm good with firing of both of those, and I don't even hate the rookie. Do we get an odds on Pena by chance? Like, is there anything friendly there?
Pena plus 420, plus 540 over on FanDuel. That's actually pretty solid.
We can't. Do they ever have guys at like 9-1 or 12-1 or 15-1?
Yeah, I can find a guy like 9.
I like those. Like just try to predict those that are kind of sort of off the wall a little bit.
Let's see if there's anything that you would like. Ursula, 8.5 to 1.
Not really.
Ty France, 9 to 1. He's got some pop.
I mean, I would want somebody that's facing like Nick Martinez, Eli Morgan, Ross Stripling, Patrick Corbin, like those guys. That's the guys I want to pick on.
Yeah, generally those are the ones that are not at 9 to 1.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm not talking about the elite number one most predictable bat in that lineup, but yeah, it's worth. It might be worth taking a peek and digging in and see if anybody kind of pops. I know we saw in was it Caesars, the book that like shafts you if the guy's not starting and you're held to the bench.
Caesars.
Okay, yeah, that's the one. I think you get better odds there if you can see that they're in the lineup or predict they're in the lineup, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there's obviously some risk baked in that too.
Yeah. Let's see. Next bet I got is Schwindel over 1.5 total bases. Game got moved to 6 Eastern, I believe.
8 o'clock Eastern.
8 o'clock Eastern, so 6 my time. But Schwindel, dude's a good stick. He's got a solid stick. He's got the platoon split. Quintana, since beginning of last season, 413 WOBA, 221 ISO versus righties. Like, doesn't really strike him out much. Schwindel, solid hitter. I got the over of 1.5 total bases at plus 125 at DK.
Problem is, like, Quintana just might walk him. Well, he just walks too many righties as well. And you get nothing for that, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, it doesn't help. But
how patient is Schwindel? Yeah, 10.5% walk rate.
Yeah.
Just, you know, I'm not saying that you can't bet it because of that, but I'm just that's got to be the tilting thing, right? When you're watching this stuff live, seeing your guys walk.
Oh yeah. And then I think my biggest bet of the day, I put 7. They let me get 750 to win 19.
I'm gonna say 7 figures. You said 7 fum. Like 7 figures?
Yeah, they let me get 750 on there. I got Bailey Ober over 4.5 strikeouts.
All right, sell me on Bailey Ober.
I mean, the guy's got good K stuff going up against righties. He's going to see 4 lefties, but a lot of the righties are going to see Tim Anderson, Jose Abreu, Eloy, Pollock, Berger, all pretty high strikeout righties. He's not terrible versus lefties, even though his numbers have been kind of all over the place since he's been in the league. Hasn't been great so far this year, but 4.5, I have it as a 50-50 bet, and I'm getting it at plus 155.
Okay, there you go. That's the selling point, the plus 155.
I wonder if it's moved.
That's a pretty good number for it.
That's all the way down to plus 120. Yeah, no, I made the right move.
Yeah,
plus
you got
110
in
in all
early.
places.
Would you recommend it a plus 125, 130 now? I don't know.
No. I mean, that's why get in the Grant's Action Lounge chat. You just go to scoresandodds.com/Discord. It's in the YouTube channel. Get in there, sign up, and you would have gotten this as soon as I bet it, and you could have put some real American dollars on there.
The interesting one to me is the other side of that game as far as strikeouts, like Kopech.
I don't even think we didn't have a line when I checked this morning.
I see 5.5 on Scores and Odds. I don't know.
I wonder what the bat has him at.
The tricky part is how long to let him go, right? Like,
bat hasn't projected right around 5.5. Pitches currently have him at 86.
Which might be ambitious. I think he went about 70 in his first 2.
You can get it plus 110 over at Fox Bet. I have no interest in it though.
He went to 69 pitches his first outing. I paused. I was giving you a chance. And 75 pitches. Well, now it's too late. We didn't.
Thank you, my friend.
You got to rehearse that. And 75 pitches last time out, 4 innings and then 5 innings. Kopech, just incredible out of the bullpen. 34% strikeouts, which is awesome. We know that the Ks are down a little bit this year. Typically guys come, in the bullpen are going to strike out more guys on average when you're just working like a couple batters, that kind of thing. I don't know, man. I just think it's an interesting one, and I don't know. Obviously, if you had a 34% K rate in 5 innings, you feel pretty good about that. But you don't know how easily that's going to translate as a starter, and hasn't done it just yet so far in a small sample. I liked Wright a little bit over against the Marlins, by the way. You touched on that one.
I'm thinking about making another bet. I want to hear your thoughts. Have you looked into Hunter Green at all?
Oh man, that dude is electric. He throws like 103, 102. It's insane. That's not on the main slate, so I have not. I don't even know. I know he's pitching today, but I don't know who he's pitching against.
He's going up against St. Louis. I mean, not a terrible matchup, not a great matchup for a righty. Like, he's got good K stuff, but I mean, 5.5 is currently what he's sitting at. What is the bat having projected for pitches? I'm thinking about betting his under.
I think they're going to go. Oh, I don't know. Betting his under is dicey, man. I don't know.
I'm getting at plus 135. I mean,
what's the number? 5.5?
Yeah.
I was just guessing. That sounds right. Because I'm sure people just look like they've probably seen highlights and maybe there's some sort of like an overreaction. But he's been awesome so far. The K's have been awesome, and he's facing a bunch of guys I presume that have never seen him. So there's got to be some sort of edge to that. St. Louis lineup is out, it appears. Let's see if it's standard. Who is playing for the Cardinals today? Carlson, Goldie, O'Neill. You want to see him in there. Arenado. Well, actually, you don't if you're betting the under.
Yeah.
Dickerson, Edmund, Nootbaar, Sosa, and Kniezer, which means that there is no Yadier. I think Yadier is kind of a contact guy. Is he not? Let's see, because Kniezer striking out 20%. O'Neill at 30. Carlson's a big K guy as well. I don't know, man. It's I don't know. It's a tricky one.
I bet it.
You bet the under?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's for me, it's probably a stay away just because.
That's fine.
Yeah. No, but hey, man, do your thing. Who am I to tell you? Do your thing. You're the number 3 best all time sports betting champion according to the DraftKings live final. So who am I? I wasn't even on the podium.
You were not in the contest. Maybe you can fly out here next year.
When is it happening again?
No idea.
I would love to partake. Yeah, I'm in the wrong state, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can come out here for a weekend.
Man.
Well, I can get drunk and watch baseball. You can have like one of your pina coladas.
Don't tease me with a good time.
Or a daiquiri.
First of all, why do you say that so condescendingly? Like there's zero chance you do not like you dislike
I hate them.
pina coladas. Do you really? You hate them?
Yeah. I need something like if I'm going something sugary, I have no problem with sugar, but I need it super strong. Like the sugar and alcohol have to be balanced. That's why I drink Fireball on the rocks.
What about like so even like a virgin, you don't care. Like it's just not your style.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't really like soda. I don't like sugary drinks unless they are just teeming with alcohol.
What about like an amaretto sour? Is that not enough alcohol for you? Or a Midori sour?
It's probably not enough alcohol. Like
they're delicious though, and you get cherries.
I'm trying to think like what's a drink that just kind of what's a drink that adds a lot of simple syrup to it?
I don't know. I spent a lot of time in restaurants, but I've never bartended. So that was I don't have a good answer for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think old fashioned just is.
There was this drink called the Incredible Hulk that was amazing that somebody invented.
What is that? Hypnotic
are you aware of something like that?
Hennessy.
I can't remember what was in it, but it was delightful.
Yeah, see, like my go-to drink is one of my go-to drinks when I'm not trying to look like an unsophisticated piece of crap is an old fashioned. Like it's sugar and bourbon.
You enjoy that taste?
Huh?
You enjoy that? You can just actually,
I don't enjoy alcohol. Like I don't enjoy the taste of alcohol.
You're just doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, like wine is the one where I'm like, I actually kind of enjoy the taste of it. That's mostly what I drink is just wine. Strictly red.
I don't like
rosé.
wine. I don't drink it.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not sophisticated enough. I've had small sample sizes, I should say. I've only tried it like maybe 3-4 times, and I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't think you will, but yeah, it's definitely for a lot of people to acquire taste. I hated wine, like absolutely hated it until quarantine happened. I'm like, well, seeing this girl that likes wine, I'm gonna buy 100 bottles of wine online on Groupon.
Did that impress her?
I don't know.
You're engaged now, so maybe.
Well, it was not her.
Oh,
This
never mind.
this particular one broke up with me fairly quickly.
So maybe it didn't impress her.
No.
This guy's a drunk.
No, well, I had a wine cellar. I'm like, I've always wanted to, like, I have a wine cellar. I want to fill it. And I love a good deal. And I found a big credit card points loophole that essentially got down to like $2 a bottle of decent wine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I'm a thinker.
How many of those bottles are still lurking?
I mean, we went through all, like, I lived in essentially a frat house with 4 other people. We went through all of them and then reordered and then reordered and then reordered.
So you had like 400 bottles of wine
over the course of a year.
Lord.
Yeah. Between 5 people, that's an average of 1 bottle a week during COVID.
4 glasses in a bottle, right? Give or take?
5 glasses, yeah.
5, okay.
So, like, that's the equivalent of like 1 glass a day per person.
Okay, yeah.
And it's COVID.
But would you ration it out or have like that one, like that you'd have like 2 bottles in one night? Or would you have like
just some random Tuesday, like,
yeah.
You want to drink some wine? Yeah. All right, we'll grab a bottle. Oh, someone else got here. Do you want some? Well, we just finished this bottle. Grab another bottle. Oh, 4th person got home. Would you like some wine? All right, go grab another bottle. We just finished this one.
Do you miss the frat house lifestyle? Because now obviously you're living a totally different and that wasn't that long ago. This is like a college thing. Did you miss that? Or is that it's 2 different worlds? It probably seems like so long ago, I imagine.
It had its positives. Like, I'm a very social guy.
Yeah.
So I miss that aspect. Like, done with work, go upstairs, like, hey, I like being able to, I don't like to drink alone. I don't like to drink just with my fiance, like at the house. So it was nice, like, hey, let's go out by the fire pit and drink a bottle of wine or 2 or 3 or 4 on a random Tuesday, like, and just chat and stay up until like midnight, just chatting by the fireplace. Although I did just order a fireplace.
Let's say it again.
I did just order a fireplace.
How do you order? Is that a fire pit, like something you put in the backyard?
So it's a table with a with a propane tank under it that has fire coming, a little thing that you can take off, and then has a little pipe that shoots out fire.
Okay, I thought for some reason like you got to kind of build one in the backyard.
Oh, I also have one built in my backyard.
Oh, okay, so you needed another one.
Yeah, we just redid our deck because it was rotting out, and so I wanted a propane one and then an actual wood fireplace.
I got a guy. I have propane parts and propane part accessories. If you need a guy,
Hank Hill. I sell propane and propane accessories.
I assume you're going to get that reference. I don't know. Never really know.
This is a beautiful medium rare. What happens if they want it well done? We ask them politely but firmly to leave. That was a great show. That was a great show. All right. I think that's it for my bets. I think that's everything. Got a nice little 10K on the day. This month we had a decent date night last night. Still down 2% on the month, but still up 30 units so far on the show. So not going too bad. Dino's helped out some. He's hurt some at their spots, but he's helped out some. You got me on Evan Mobley, and I've got, let's see.
Well, that hasn't hit yet.
Yeah, let's see. I've got a lot of random.
When are they gonna, I'm trying to Google that. Like, I think they're just kind of sprinkling it out there as far as the awards. Like, they're not telling us when they're going to be revealed. Like, sometime during the playoffs,
yeah.
we'll find out.
Yeah, I've still got 2,400 to win 12K on Evan Mobley. I may have sold some of that off to you. May have. I cannot confirm or deny because of legal reasons.
I know nothing about it.
But I do have, I have a bunch of money. Like, I have so many free bets about Joker, 400 to win 6.4K. Desmond Bain, that one's probably drawing dead. Joker, free bet to win MVP. Joker, 500 to win 7.5K.
So how much you got on Joker in total if he binks? I mean, we're assuming, like, and I know the poll they took amongst the people that actually voted, it seems likely he's going to win again.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed. It's paying for my country club membership, so that's nice. But I have I think like 25, 30K if he wins. I hedged out some, so it's only like 25, 30K. I'm not sure the exact amount.
You got anything out there goofy as far as the team's alive? Like somebody gonna making a run?
I mean, I'm all aboard them. Like, I just keep putting more money on Memphis to win it.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you have, Matt? Like, more or less?
I mean, most of my bets are at 75 to 1.
Oh, okay, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now again, we talked about this earlier, kind of touched on it. Would you not hedge that if they make it like to the Western Conference Finals?
If they made it to the finals, so like I have a decent amount of bets on the Suns, the Warriors, and the Grizzlies. Like those are my three biggest positions. And then actually, no, I also have a bunch of money on Boston. So if Boston makes it, then I get like 30
When did you get
grand.
Boston? Because their line moved a ton.
I think like 25 to 1, 30
That's
to 1.
pretty good. Yeah.
41. I got it at big plus odds. Yeah, like I just kept throwing in these $22 free bets that they kept getting me. Like $22 to win 1,500. I got a bunch of those on a bunch of different sites. So I've got 30K, something like that. If
you probably say it a lot, but it's probably worth repeating. Like you're talking about your free bets and how to use them. I assume you tell the people all the time how to best use them, but maybe since it came up organically, tell the people.
Yeah, so you always want to use it on long shots, so you don't get the original equity. So let's see, I can probably. So if you bet something at minus 110, so $100 free bet to win $90. Let's say you win it 50% of the time, so 0.5 equals this times this. Like just assuming you win spread 50% of the time. The average value of your $100 free bet is $46. Now imagine you did something that's 100 to 1. So 100 to 1, assume a 10, let's say 90 to 1, assume a 10% VIG. So you do a $100 bet at 90 to 1. So that's 9,000. You win it 1% of the time. Since you don't get the original equity back, it equals 9,000 times 0.1%. The average value of your bet is almost $90. So, like, you're not getting that. So you want to go pretty much as ballsy as possible. So, like, I put a bunch on Kevin Love, 6th man of the year. Doubt that's going to hit, but he should have been.
Well, no, Hero was going to get it. Like,
I just straight up bet on the Broncos to win the Super Bowl because I thought Rodgers was coming there. Got it at 31. Then as soon as Rodgers didn't come, I'm like, I'm screwed. And then Russ is following me to Denver.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's your guy. And I guess the dumbest thing to do is like to bet the Yankees minus 188 or something like that. Like that's like the dumbest thing to do.
So let's say, like, that's a good point. Let's say you bet something minus 200, and we'll say that you have great insight and it's basically a break-even bet, like minus 200, no juice. So $100 free bet every time it wins. You get $50. Your odds of winning, let's say you're perfect at this, it's 66%. The average value of that is $33.
Yeah. Significant difference.
Yeah. So, yeah, betting minus odds is just the word. Like, if you want to, what you can do is essentially, let's say you have $100 free bet. Like, if you want to just guarantee money, bet something plus 100. So then you win it 0.5% of the time, equals it. And then what you do is you just put $50 on the opposite side. So let's say I have a $100 free bet.
You're guaranteeing yourself 50 free bucks. What's the point of that?
On one side, yeah. Well, like, I mean, if you want to go as safe, it's like, let's say you have $1,000 free bet and you don't want to risk that much. What you do is you bet something. Let's look at NBA. Well, the smartest way to do it is to bet Miami. Like, I'm just bet something that's on the spread line. You bet a 2-team parlay. So $100 free bet or $1,000 free bet would pay $2,640. So 1, 3, 2, 6, 4, 0. So basically, you have a 25% chance of hitting that. The expected value is of that $1,000 free bet is this times. So 25% chance of hitting times the payout. The expected value is 660. If you want to, you can hedge on the first one, put like $500 down on the first one. If you win, you win $410. If you lose, then your free bet has a second leg of the parlay, and you put $1,000 down on that. So if you do that, then you put $500 down on the first one, put $1,000 down on the second one, 1,000 to win. What is that? 1900 or 1901. Something like 1, 9, 10. So if this second one wins, the one you put $1,000 on, then technically you're up $400. If it loses, then you're up $1,000. So the expected value is still roughly around like $500.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure like most people just don't even put nearly as much as thought into it, but it's just really important to do that. And that was I think that was good. I'm sure somebody learned something. I learned something just kind of watching that. Just kind of, it's good to see it actually the numbers being played out too. I'm curious what you're gonna do with that Memphis ticket if they happen to move on, which I think they'll.
Again, if they're playing Golden State, I have a bunch of money on Golden State. So I'm good there. If Golden State wins, I'm still in good position. If Memphis wins, I'm in better position. And I have a lot of money on the Suns. I got it like plus 500. So not quite as much.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they're going to play the Suns. If the Suns lose the next round, then I'm not in great shape. But if the Suns win and it's Memphis versus the Suns in the Western Conference Finals, I'm good. Then if they make it to the actual finals, if they're playing Boston, I'm up like 25, 30 grand no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, the Suns, we'll see. Like obviously injuries have been a huge part of what's going on in Middleton, Booker, Williams for Boston. It's a shame. It'd be nice if every team was healthy. But
Williams is coming back Saturday or Monday.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought. Okay, I didn't see that. All right.
All right, but we gotta get out of here. I gotta go golfing. But Daniel,
that's a tough life for you, Greg.
Thanks for joining. Yeah, I know it's rough. Gotta go get lobster roll and then.
Are you gonna change?
Huh?
Are you gonna change?
No, I got my collared shirt on.
Oh, I can't see. All I see is like the pattern. I don't realize it's a collar. Okay.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous shirt.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go in there and misrepresent myself at the country club. All right, guys, it's been fun. I'll be back Monday, probably with Daniel. We're out of here. See you, kids.